you can get on the radio and say, look, you do this or the Bubba Army will throw you out of office. That is a lobby.
And you get a hold of me and you tell me that my congressman or my senator is going to listen to my spoken word versus a guy.
Yes, he will. Because if he thinks you can punish him,
oh, shut up.
He'll listen.
He's got his hand out there, man, and he's meeting with big tobacco and big alcohol and big auto and big
how
insurance.
How is big tobacco worked out?
And big auto and big insurance and big pharmaceutical. And you know damn well.
How's that work? Okay, so all those groups you just mentioned have been punished and in some cases totally destroyed by the federal government.
Well, who's totally destroyed?
Well, one, big tobacco's
not totally destroyed.
No, they're not totally destroyed.
Our tobacco industry, which employs
they're just not getting your money anymore, but believe me, they're doing fine, buddy.
And they've gotten the one thing that they've lobbied for, which is never ever considered legalizing marijuana. They have gotten that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, but that's the real reason that marijuana is not legal is because most people don't want it to be legal.
That's not true.
There's 14 states that speak otherwise, my friend.
Just give me one honest politician.
I don't think it's legal in any state.
Just one.
Go ahead, man.
Just one honest politician.
There's not one.
There's one fully honest politician out there.
But it's also fair. I agree with you, and I know
there's some that are just less shifty than others.
There are a lot of dirtballs. I'm
so mad at you right now, Tucker. I'm so
Wait, but hold on. I'm telling unpopular truths, Bubba, and I know it hurts.
I'll beat your ass.
To be the one man who stands up and tells the truth in the face of, scorn.
Yeah, you're a real vigilante right now.
I am a vigilante.
You're like Batman.
I'm a vigilante for truth.
He's in favor of lobbyists and child marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not arguing for child marriage.
You know what? His three
stood
things.
Up for the unpopular polygamy.
He's going to be lobbying for NAMBLA soon.
Manson, the three things that Tucker Carlson loves is, one, in no particular order, Jeffrey, what's the guy's name? Jeffrey? Warren Jeffs.
Warren Jeffs. That's his name. That's a creepo's name.
Al Sharpton and big lobbyist. Boy, that guy's, you know what? I might want to rethink even having this jackass on my show anymore. Three things that I cannot stand. And I'm dumb enough to give this guy airtime every week? Are you kidding me?
You're against polygamy now?
Well, yeah,
let me ask you a simple question. If you go out and you knock up 5 different women, you've got 5 different baby mamas, everyone's like, yeah, Bubba, you've got strong seed. You're a bull.
Not everybody says that. A lot of us go, God, Bubba, what a scumbag.
But hold on. If you go and marry all 5 of those women and take legal responsibility for the children that result, you're a criminal. So how does that work?
But you're assuming,
why is that fair?
You're assuming the paradigm that all the girls are of age.
Thank you so much. And
but obviously I'm not defending child bride.
There's this little thing called, you got to be an adult. You just can't be screwing kids.
Agree. I'm not defending child molestation. It's disgusting.
That's pretty much what Warren Jeffs is in prison for.
By defending Warren Jeffs.
No. I'm just saying that polygamy, everyone's like, ew,
so mad at him.
But why is it bad to have fathers take responsibility for their kids?
I can't stand having one wife, much less 5. Jesus.
Yeah, but if you had 5, you play them off each other.
Yeah, but here's the bottom line, man. He's just trying to cover his ass for really, really messing up that interview and making it go the wrong way. And, I would have far more respect for him, Brent, if he would just own it and say, you know what, that was definitely a screw-up.
Oh, no, come on. I've owned it for years. The second, in fact, I think I went on your show the next day, and you guys, the first thing you said was, why the hell did you do that? And you yelled at me for like an hour. And then I admitted that was probably not a wise
so what comes out of your pie hole today? Big lobbying is okay. It's okay. We all do it. It's the rage. It's all the rage.
It's okay for people who are affected by government policy to protest the policies.
No, I think that's fine when you strip it on down to that. Yeah. Well, the problem I have is all the money that flows in there, and the average guy out there, never mind us. Let's talk about the average guy that works out there. His voice never gets heard.
Exactly.
Ever.
Really? I don't know. I think the average guy ends up electing the president.
Oh,
that seems that way to me.
Whatever. You're so stupid.
Lobby's done in so many different levels, too. Like Vegas, for instance, right? The liquor companies in Vegas, they pay big money and stuff like that to get their liquor shown in the front of these clubs, right? In that premium space. Mm-hmm. That's lobbying on that level. That's fine. Do what you got to do. Okay, I get that.
That's business.
That's
when
business.
I got guys,
but this is controlling our lives and our destiny and our rules, our laws, and our regulations is totally different.
Exactly.
Really? Because it seems to me that if you really are interested in what government is doing, you can start your own lobby.
I don't.
At the end of the day, man.
Jesus.
If you can't beat them, join them. That was his.
But he just completely dummies it right on down.
Pushing your representatives to actually represent you and your interests.
No, how about this?
Supposed to do
how about you take everything to a public vote?
Yeah.
And that's that.
Well, we do.
No, you don't. Not everything goes to a public
I don't know
vote.
if you want all these
But
morons voting on
let me
public
ask you this
policy.
question. The public is so upset with this representation in Washington, and it should be, by the way.
Because
There's
people
some
have
really bad
people have stuff to
represented.
do.
Then why does your average incumbent get reelected?
Because they're mindless. Mindless rubes.
No, I can answer that question.
No, I'll answer that. I'll answer that. Everybody shut up. I'll answer that, and I'm the dumbest guy in this room. You know why the average guy gets reelected?
Why?
Because big lobby gives him a ton of money.
That's a good point.
It's very cyclical, my friend.
Wait, so I don't understand. So gets a lot of money to what?
Billboards, campaign
So the average
contributions.
person doesn't take the time to figure out
No,
what's true and what's false.
The average
educate himself,
No.
and it's somehow somebody
No.
else's fault.
The
Man,
average person votes for somebody because they see a sign stuck on the side of the road
Yep.
and they say,
Well, maybe the
"I
average
know
person
that
should
name."
Be voting then.
Well, maybe
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Maybe you should just sit this one
Or
out.
how about this one? Or how about this one?
Agreed.
How about we all agree to disagree, but we say this. The average person should, one, become more educated on whose candidates are, but two, if you eliminated big lobbyists and their campaign contributions, it would put even the little candidate on a more even playing field, would allow people who didn't have the fancier sign and the more billboards, it would allow their views to come out a little bit better, and it would be a win-win now, wouldn't it?
But actually, let me just interject a tiny sliver of reality into the conversation. The guy who spends the most money often does not win.
But
Often he does.
I will tell you one thing I agree with Tuck on, and this is something I've thought for a long time.
Kick
Is
this guy's ass.
I agree with Tuck in the fact that I don't think everybody should be able to vote. If you're not an informed voter.